Well, when I heard the news, I felt a stab, and I'll tell you why. In 1983, when my children were very small, we spent 2 weeks in Pahalgam in a tent camp. I remember this was run by an American NGO in the mountains, and when I saw the name Pahalgam again, it really hit me hard. Now, we have seen a long period of exchange of weapons, of terrorism, counter-terrorism between India and Pakistan. But since both countries now are nuclear powers, it has reached a totally new quality. And I can only recommend the Indian government for being so measured in their response, because we know exactly who the terrorists are, we know exactly who is behind the terrorists, and I prayed that India's answer would not be an all-out war, but a measured response, and I think this is what we saw. Well, my advice would be, first of all, to stay out of the internal domestic discussions in both countries. But Germany should be interested in stability, and stability means to resolve issues by negotiations rather than by the exchange of fire on both sides. First point. Second point is, in this world out of joint in which we live today, where old alliances show cracks, it's very important for us to look beyond the fence to possible partners in the world. And here we have the biggest democracy in the world, and if I would advise my government who should be our strategic partners for the future, India certainly should be at the forefront. If we look at China, if we look at the US, our closest partner, going through a period of instability and chaos, I think it's so important that we mend our fences with India, that we come very quickly to an arrangement, to an agreement on trade, etc., and also that we deepen our strategic cooperation with India. When I was ambassador in India, I tried for 3 years to persuade India to buy the Eurofighter Typhoon aircraft. No, they opted for France, which is fine. But I think India, in the long run, is fighting the same enemies, the enemies of democracy, and I think it would be every euro and every rupee well spent to invest in that bilateral strategic defense partnership.